Welcome back to another episode of Reality Corp. My name is Ace Fanning, and I'm nobody, but I am joined by a somebody who I love so much, who is honestly like becoming more and more higher up on my list of contacts. Like we're turning into something here.
Yeah,
Former Real Housewife of Miami, Anna Quincoces. Oh my goodness. How are you doing?
I am doing okay, actually. I'm in Florida, and that's never a good thing, but I'm not in Miami. I'm in Boynton Beach, where Ken's office is, and kind of nice.
Let me tell you something. I don't know shit about geography, so I don't know where that is.
Well, more, closer to Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach.
Don't know where those are either, but I'm happy. I know Palm Beach, is that where Luann got arrested?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I know
where
some.
Jeffrey Epstein lived.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Have you been by the house?
I have not. I should. I got really obsessed with that for a while, with that Ghislaine Maxwell.
Anytime that I travel, I look up like what big cases were there, and then I make it a point to stop by the crime scene or whatever.
Right.
Of
course.
The amount of times that I've driven by JonBenét Ramsey's house is out of this world.
Really?
Oh,
really?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
At one point, we tried to get, it was for sale, and we tried to get a showing because we had a friend there who was a realtor, but they wanted a letter of that you could afford it, and obviously we couldn't afford it. So
a pre-approval letter.
Yes, yeah, we couldn't.
Letter.
Yeah.
Listen, Ace, I have I've been looking at your stories.
Yes.
I've been looking at your stories, and I am so impressed by your athleticism.
Oh,
I really am. And I want to share with those who don't follow you, those
God.
2 or 3 people, this little video, which is roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh God.
Cam, here we go. It is
Oh.
The thrill of victory, but the agony of defeat. I love the way that you walk back to your phone. Look, what are you thinking right there?
I am embarrassed. I am a disappointment to myself. It's so funny because in my head, when I am doing that stuff, I'm at the Olympic Games and I just lost my gold medal.
I used that video but you nailed it a couple of times. Let me tell you. It's impressive. And you have like really nice legs. Like you do. You have that line on the side.
My wife and I, on our podcast, we do cover art for the different shows that we cover. And we did, I think it was 16 and Pregnant. And I am wearing like a short little dress or something. And our babysitter saw it and she was like, "You totally photoshopped your legs." And I was like, "Girl, I have good legs."
You do have good legs.
They're short.
They're long. No, they're not. They don't look short. Maybe it's because you're wearing the short shorts.
I wear the shorts up high and short shorts because I am built like an LP, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, our relationship is really taking on new heights. I feel like we just keep commiserating together. You know, we're both struggling. We're both in our places. Are you in therapy?
Look, I do talk to somebody every once in a while, and it's been many years that I've talked to that person, and I call him when I feel like I'm in a crisis situation.
Okay.
Every time I've tried somebody that's not him, like more regularly, which the doctor who gives me my medication recommends, like talk therapy like every week. I just don't like them. I think they think I have first world problems. They get bored. They start falling asleep. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. I really like this other guy. And so I haven't called him lately, but
Maybe
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a little better. I can't be left alone for a long time.
Okay.
Like I will isolate myself. I don't know why I do that. I find the world a little scary sometimes.
See, okay, I have been through a couple therapists, and I always like the beginning. They think I'm funny, and I'm like, oh, God, this is so great.
Yeah.
But then once I start to kind of get like you've talked about getting the ick. I start to get the ick and I start thinking about like, well, here's how you could do your job better. And, you know, the room is not decorated how I feel like it should be and it's not inviting.
Right.
And I just start picking apart.
And don't find me funny because that's how I cover up my pain. And if you were a professional, you would know that the second I sat down here.
No, I need them to find me funny. Otherwise, I cannot keep going.
Oh, that's true. I
need them. Yes. Otherwise, I'm out. But I found a new therapist recently. But here's what I'll tell anyone who's going to go to therapy. You need to say exactly what it is that you want. I told him right from the get. I go, I don't need you taking notes. Okay. If you're going to sit there and take notes, I don't want to do this because I want to feel like you're actually paying attention to me.
Right.
I go, I need you to give me actual advice. I don't need to just get there on my own. And
how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about that? And it's like, no, I don't like that.
I don't know if it's that I just told him exactly what it is I need, but it's been so good.
It's been good?
Do
you talk about me?
No, I've not talked about you because I don't have issues with you.
Okay, but not yet.
I more so talk about being born a disappointment. You know,
I can't imagine that that's true.
Oh, well, you know, my dad had 5 girls. He kept trying for his boy, and then he thought he was going to get a sports star.
Oh, but you're athletic. You're athletic.
I hate sports more than anything. So that didn't work out for him. But it's so nice to just have somebody who, and I told him too, I go, I need you to call me out on my shit. And he was like, and another thing that I talk about is the fact that I really struggle with having male relationships. Like I cannot have a male friendship. It always it's just uncomfortable for me. It doesn't work. And he was, well, then why'd you pick a male therapist? And I was like, because if I chose a female therapist, I will get them to empathize with me, you know? Right. And they'll be like, oh, I get that. And I'm like, I don't need someone to get that. I need someone to be like, you're the problem. I prefer a male therapist
too, though. I prefer a male therapist.
I need someone to just say, you're the problem, you know?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Have you taken your younger self to coffee yet?
I have not, but it is my favorite trend currently.
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I did it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And what a weird thing that is. Of course I couldn't really take it seriously.
Right.
My younger self showed up early, like a serial killer. I mean, I'm late to everything.
Right.
You know, she wanted a Yoo-hoo. I'm like, they don't make that anymore. And
they don't make Yoo-hoo anymore?
No, I don't think. Well, they don't have it at a Starbucks, you know. Oh, we met for coffee today. It's not like you can get that anywhere. I asked her why she was dressed like an executive assistant. She's only 16 years old. Like, what's up with that? She goes, you haven't aged well. Oh. And I'm like, well, you know, so what? You know, like
you guys got into a scuffle.
I'm trying, and she's like, and obviously you didn't marry for money.
Oh, wow.
And then I just said, you know, well, at least you find out that you lost weight, you fat fuck. And then that was it. That was it. Like, it didn't go well.
Oh, you know, I appreciate Cam came in and he said they totally make Yoo-hoo still. I have at least 2 a week. So.
Oh, do they? Well, they didn't have, I don't know. She asked for, like, you know, when I was little, like, I was really fat. And so, like, I liked Yoo-hoo and I liked Tang. And so I sat there and I said, what would she drink? Because a lot of people, it's like, I had a matcha and she had a frappuccino. It's like, look, they didn't have Starbucks when I was 16.
Right.
You know? And I really wanted to tell myself it's all going to work out. But has it? Has it really?
Look at where you're at now. Host of Reality Corp.
That's true. That's true.
You get to come and hang out with me every single day. I would say, yeah, you've made it in life. You know, I think that you're doing pretty well in life.
I took myself too seriously when I was younger, and I really did dress. I always worked for lawyers, so I always looked like a secretary. Super weird.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys didn't hit it off. You know, that's unfortunate.
We didn't.
If I were to meet my younger self, I feel like I would be like, you know, stop being such a pussy. You know, one day these things that people say to you that bully you, they're going to make you funny. Those are the things that are going to give you character in life. And stop trying to kill yourself, you know?
Yeah. I don't remember being bullied, but there was a lot of self-loathing.
Oh,
You know,
I'm
a lot
I'm
of
34
self-loathing,
and
and
I'm self-loathing.
yeah. I'm 35 and I'm still self-loathing. Like there's why do we do that? Why do we do that? It's got to be something in our childhood. Something.
Never feeling good enough. You know,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
never felt good enough, so we continue that narrative.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend taking your younger self to coffee because it's going to be very contentious and it's not worth it.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck the
Yeah.
young version of ourselves.
Fuck them.
The other thing I would tell myself too is like, get your dick wet. You know, go out there and get your dick wet. You know.
Yeah.
I used to tell myself, I was like, I'm gonna wait to have sex till marriage.
Right. When you did.
Well, I didn't. I did have sex.
No, you didn't wait, but you had it before. Now, don't tell everybody that you had premarital sex with Caitlyn.
I did. I had premarital sex. But okay, you're 35. I'm turning 35 on Friday, and I gave myself a little gift for turning 35.
What?
I got myself a subscription to Hims, so that I can do the hair growth
Yes.
stuff.
Ken
Because
uses it.
does it work?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I can't do the receding hairline anymore.
No.
You know, I've been having a lot of breakdowns lately, and I don't know if it's because I'm turning 35 or what, but
you're an embryo, dude. Are you kidding me? 35?
Thank you.
Look at the difference between you and me in age. You have so much life left.
You look way younger than I do.
No, I do not.
But I will say I'm excited to get my first one. They're little chewables, and hopefully.
Oh, you're doing that. He's doing the drops.
Oh, so I could have done the drops and the spray, and I might add that in.
Add it. Yeah.
I don't know. I will see what happens, but I feel like that's something that I'm very excited about right now in my life.
So are you doing anything special for your birthday?
No, I did ask. You know, my wife keeps saying, "What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "I just want everyone to be nice to me. I want people to only say nice things about me. I don't want anyone to say anything bad about me." And then she said, "You know, can you ask for something a little easier? Because that's hard to do."
Don't you let me tell you something. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you something that's going to hopefully resonate with you.
Okay.
You know, my daughter, Gabby, you know, she's
Yeah.
had some of the same struggles you had. And this year on her birthday, she had her son next to her, and she blew out her candle and she said, "I don't have to wish for anything. I have everything."
Wow.
And it was so heartwarming, but it was she's so well in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she is so sane. She is so appreciative of every moment. And God, I want that. But you could say that too, Ace.
You know
could
what?
say
Here's
that.
the thing. I could literally have everything in the whole world, and I'll always think the grass is greener
I know.
somewhere else.
Oh,
That's
I know. I know. Listen, I was in a relationship with somebody like that for a long time, and it drained me to the point where, you know, I thought that I sucked and it was my fault. So I commend Caitlyn for, I guess you guys have been together so long that she knows exactly how to handle the crises.
Well, and everything that
Ken
I
does.
want, everything I want in life is about myself. It's like I want to be better in these areas, and I don't want to suck at everything I do and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't want sister wives, you know? I'm not looking for another wife or
No.
more children or better anything. It's just, I wish I wasn't who I was. This is turning into a very dramatic
but I want-
episode.
It sounds like mine and Beva's mommy issues. No, I always wonder what it is, because I know what it is for me, but my thing has more to do with like a little bit of agoraphobia and being really introverted, which people don't realize about me.
But wait, you have agoraphobia, but you don't want to be alone?
No, I want to be, I don't know. I don't mind being around other people, but I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go out.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't want to go out. Like, you know, I get so many invitations to things, you know.
Of course,
openings
obviously.
of restaurants, all this stuff. I don't even respond anymore. I'm so rude. So, I don't know if that has to do with my age and that I'm tired of the bullshit, but you're not there yet. And so.
Yeah, but I don't go to anything. I'm also not invited to anything, so it works out perfectly for me.
But it's different. You have 2 little kids. You guys you're active and you do a lot of stuff, with your kids, and you have your cabin. I don't know. I hate when people don't understand real depression, because they're like, but you're so blessed. And it's like, you don't have cancer. It's like, it's not about that. But I think that if you're feeling good about the talk therapy, I think that could be the solution for you. Plus, don't you get a ton of endorphins from all that CrossFit shit you're doing?
Well, that's why I'm having to go back to the gym now. I'd kind of avoided the gym for a long time, but then I found myself slipping mentally, and I was like, maybe I should go back to the gym. And yes, that does help. I come back a very happy person.
Right.
But you know what? Here's the thing. We are both emotional human beings, and that's not a bad thing. It's nice. Not. There are people out there who do not have emotions whatsoever, and that could never be me. And
right.
and the first thing I asked every therapist is, I said, "Do you think I'm a narcissist?" And they've all said no, because they said narcissists don't think that they're narcissists. And I said, but is it possible that I'm asking you that because I want you to tell me I'm not a narcissist because I am a narcissist?
No, I don't think you are. Listen, I've had a little bit of experience with a narcissist, and I can honestly tell you, narcissists don't care about how other people feel, and they don't experience real love. They mimic what they think love looks like. Oh. And I've seen you with your kids.
Oh,
and
thank you.
No, that you're not a narcissist. You're not a narcissist. You're whatever you have. Listen, there's a chemical imbalance. People have that more and more. We're seeing it, everybody. And there's half the people are on medication, and I think maybe half of the remaining are in denial. I think we're living in tough times.
I will say this to everybody. I put off getting medicated for the longest time. And once I did, I was like, wow, you've been missing out on life. Like, you don't have to wake up every single morning just, miserable. But here's the thing. We're getting too heavy. I want to turn light really quick. I want to play a little game with you. Okay. I want us to come up with I have submitted... Well, I'm getting ready to submit my show to Bravo, where we say that it's an ultimate girls trip, but it's the Real Housewives ultimate girls trip to hell.
Right.
I think that's what I'm going to name it. And I want to pick the perfect cast for this.
Okay.
So I think that we need to kind of brainstorm this. Obviously, my number one choice is Ramona Singer, and I'll pay whatever we need to get her there.
But you're talking just Roni?
No. Yes, it's all the housewives that we can choose from. I want Ramona Singer and Heather Dubrow. Like, for me,
I want Leah Black.
Oh,
she will. Yeah,
she would lose her shit.
She would lose her shit, but she would survive.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah. At the end of the day, she'd be like, all right, fine. We don't have all the creature comforts and all the things that we're used to, but we got to get the fuck out of here, and this is the plan.
Okay.
So
I am also going to choose Bethany Frankel.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see her go off her rocker.
Yeah. And really, throw in drop, like how they drop like the Red Cross and stuff.
Yes.
Copious amounts of chicken salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. I also am thinking maybe Sutton Strack.
Oh, Sutton for sure.
I worry about the legalities with her getting hurt with her chicken legs.
Yeah.
But it's a risk
maybe
that we have to take.
Maybe they can just
It's a risk.
Heather Dubrow.
I said Heather Dubrow.
Oh, you said Heather Dubrow.
I want Heather Dubrow because I think she would be awful.
Yeah.
I think that if we... Oh, you want Gertie there. I
know. I feel the same way.
Okay.
It's terrible. You're not supposed to feel that way about someone that's gone through a difficult time, but I can't. I cannot. Why is that? I cannot.
I know.
I'm sorry. People don't come for us. It's just a lot.
But here's the thing. We're not saying that we don't care for Gertie because she had cancer and her cancer story.
God, no.
We're just saying we don't care for Gertie because she's Gertie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But it's just like, she really is, and in a way, she has all the things that we're lacking, right? The
confidence.
overinflated confidence and self-esteem with no real, why? I don't know. Good for her. I don't know. I'm wrong, guys. Just don't come for me, because now I'm starting to feel like Ace, and I don't want anybody to say anything negative.
Oh, my God. We can't both be me.
No. What do you think about the fact that Meghan Markle's getting a second season because of hate viewers?
I think, listen.
Viewers?
I believe that Meghan Markle, Meghan Sussex.
Yeah.
I believe that she is so delusional. She thinks that people are watching because they love her.
Right.
I don't think she thinks they're hate views.
But I mean, she has to read the articles in the New York Magazine and all these things about, even the old lady from British Baking Championship was she thought it was awful. I don't know. I think she ruined his life.
I feel like she has such an inflated view of herself that even when she's like, oh, they're saying that because they're jealous, She is somebody who was always saying oh, they're just jealous of me.
Right.
I got a job on Deal or No Deal opening the suitcases and they're jealous of me.
Right.
I got a job on Suits playing paralegal. They're jealous of me.
Yeah.
I had sex with an uncircumcised prince, fire crotch.
Is he
They're
uncircumcised?
Jealous. Everyone from Europe is uncircumcised.
Oh.
They don't do that there.
Oh.
They do anteaters there. Yeah.
You think he has smegma? The cheese-like substance?
Here's the thing. When I look at his older brother, I know he does.
He does for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He pulls back that foreskin and it's all crusty and white. And it looks like cottage cheese.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you? What is wrong? That's
so
disgusting.
Gross. So gross. Speaking of disgusting,
yeah,
Meryl Streep and Martin Short are dating. I did not see that coming.
Okay, I hate to say this, but I know so little about Meryl Streep's actual life. I assumed
she was married for a long time.
I assumed that she was married to some guy that we probably never knew, and I assumed that she had this whole life that we never.
She did.
Really? Oh, okay. So then I'm glad.
And I think that when they went on Only Murders in the Building, I mean, I think she got divorced on her own,
Yeah.
as it happens, because what happens, at the beginning, women, are worried that their men are going to leave them because men always like younger women. But when you get to a certain age, that pancake turns over, and the men are now getting old and the women stay stronger, And so she probably didn't want the guy with the CPAP machine and the erectile dysfunction and, the whole, orchestra in the middle of the night, farting when he was sleeping. You get sick of that shit. So, and then she saw this guy, they had all this in common. They fell in love on the show. They have a pretend romance. But you know what? I don't know if this happens to you, but every time a new couple emerges, and in fact, any couple, I'll see any couple together and I imagine them having sex. I envision them. Don't you?
Oh,
yeah.
I can remember being in 4th grade and thinking about my teacher and her getting bent over at home,
Right.
I've always been disturbed like that. I've always imagined people having sex. As soon as people are like, oh, we're trying for a kid, it's like, wow, cream pies galore,
Right. But
how
old
are we
people's
doing
sex is different. It's slow and sloppy,
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say that the Only Murders in the Building is one of the worst shows I've ever tried to watch. It
really is. I gave up.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I hate it. It seems very quirky, I feel like is the word, but I don't like quirky.
No, I don't like quirky either. I don't like when you're trying to make something happen. It just doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen naturally, it doesn't happen. Now, are you watching Real Housewives of Atlanta?
So I have not watched yet because I was scared that it was bad because I didn't see anybody say anything about the first episode. But then people are freaking out about the second episode. So I haven't
seen the second episode. I haven't seen the second episode. I
am so grateful to have Shamia as full time because I have had such a crush on this woman forever. She is my Shamia and Monique Samuels are two women
God, I love Monique.
I would bury my dick in.
I love Monique.
All the money in the world.
Oh, I'm going to call Monique to come on the show. I love her so much. I love her so much.
No,
you know
I'm
that
literally.
I called her once and I wanted to know the dress that she was wearing, who made it, and she sent it to me.
I just need to say this right now. I don't even know if I can be on the show. Like Monique Samuels, when I think of people that have a crush on, she is my number one.
She's so gorgeous.
When she came on Potomac, I was posting every day like, this is the most beautiful housewife we've ever had. I've always been my like celebrity crushes growing up were like Tyra Banks, Naomi Campbell. Like I've always been very attracted to black women.
And yet you married a white woman.
Yes, but I've always been very attracted to black women, and Monique Samuels to me is just like,
she's stunning.
If she comes on this show, I think that we'll have an HR violation. Like, I'm just telling you, I'm nervous about that.
Yeah, you can just well, you can sit there and just under the table, just it's not going to take long.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all.
I think that's a good idea. Also, I didn't like her husband for her.
I really liked him at first, and then I felt like we started to see a different side of him, and I was like, actually,
I think she was covering for that different side of him.
Yes, I believe so. Which I feel like so many women do.
Would we put her on the new show?
No, because she's gonna do great.
She would do great.
She would. I don't think there's anything Monique Samuels can't do.
But then we'd see her like in a loincloth or something.
Oh.
It'd be worth it for that.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
She would. Okay. I think she would win the show. I don't know even how you win the show, but she would win it. And I would be there to congratulate her, with a warm hug.
I do want one thing from you for your birthday for me.
Okay.
And it's you were absolutely right about Tamra. Like exactly right.
Yes.
Come on. She said about her mental state. She said that she couldn't get over what's happening to Teddy and that she didn't mean it. And so it was, in fact, a hissy fit.
You were right. You were absolutely right. You were 100% right. And
thank you.
I truly believe that she is milking Teddy's cancer for herself.
And
that's so disgusting.
It's awful. It is awful. And listen, I prefer, there are so many people faking cancer now. These are all real cancer things. But
did you watch Scamanda?
I love Scamanda.
Oh,
I listened to it and then I watched it.
Same.
And also the apple cider vinegar or whatever.
Yes.
Have you seen that one?
So I started watching the scripted show and I was like, why am I watching this? I hate it. And then I watched the documentary part and I was like, oh, I like that.
Right. Well, let me tell you something. I am seeing a lot of people on social media talking about beating cancer, and I think that they're all lying. I actually think they're all lying. No, yeah. A lot of people like, oh, I had stage 4 and only 4 days to live, and now look at me and whatever, and it is because of this. And if you act now, we'll send you a second bottle. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like people taking advantage of cancer in any way. I do think that she's milking Teddy's diagnosis, and it's really, really gross. And I'm surprised that Andy's not disgusted by it.
I don't think there's anybody who is on board for people faking cancer. Just putting that out there.
No, right? I know.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you establishing that you are against it.
Right, and it's something you would never do, which is more proof that you're not a narcissist.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, no, I would definitely not do that. But I will say, That's Scamanda. That is,
man.
how do you sit there in front of your whole church and be like, guys, God is good. Jesus
And they're
walked with me.
dollars at her feet. I mean, like crazy. And then
The only time I want people dropping dollars at my street is when I'm stripping.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because maybe, I think you might be packing. I think that maybe you're just you're humble,
So,
But I think maybe Andy Cohen has nothing on you.
oh, no, he has a lot on me. But I am also a grower, not a shower, which is very embarrassing.
Right. But how fast do you grow in like 30 seconds? It's growing right now just talking about it.
Yeah, I'm actually fully erect now. I'm fully erect.
You're fully? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fully erect. Yeah. So, now you sent me a story that has blown me away. And that is that Jen and Ben are back together again.
Yeah.
What is going on in this world?
Also, I was right. And I hope Beba's listening, because when we had our podcast together, she was like, Ben and Jennifer are gonna last forever. I said, year and a half, absolutely tops, year and a half. And I think it was about that. And by being with J-Lo, he realized how much he didn't like a J-Lo and how much more he liked her,
Jennifer Garner.
what he had before, Jennifer Garner, who is the polar opposite of a J-Lo.
Yes.
And
I think he wants someone who's going to take care of him.
I know, but he better not fucking hurt her again. Because I can't even think about it.
I am disgusted because I'm like, Jen, don't you have more self-worth than that? Like, you're really letting him come back. Really letting him back in.
She loves him. Warts and all. You know what I mean? He has his issues. He's been an alcoholic. He's brooding. Sometimes he has some anger issues. And if people didn't love people like that, we'd be alone. We'd like to dedicate this episode to Ken and Caitlin.
Yes.
Thank you for putting up with us. And guys, I do want to tell you, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that because it is your birthday on Friday, and nothing makes you feel better than people saying nice things about you. And people do say nice things about you, but I really want you guys to step it up.
Yes, please.
With our reviews, our comments. If you haven't left a comment, give a comment. Say something like, Ace is the star of that show. Thank God that, like, he carries Anna every episode.
Yes.
I don't care. Like, this is important to him. Our YouTube as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that that's really important. So I do ask you guys to do that for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about one more story before we go. And that is Anna Kendrick got caught on the red carpet, and they asked her about Blake Lively. And we originally saw an interview where she was like, well, what happened? I did ayahuasca. I've lost the past year and a half of my life, whatever. But then there was another one that came out and they said, Anna, how's it working with Blake again? And she's like, oh, she hates her.
Everybody hates her.
Fucking hates her. And I think she's always hated her, but now she can be a little bit more open with it.
She has an excuse to hate her. Yeah.
Yes. I think that she absolutely hates her. And that makes me want to see the movie now.
Yeah, me too. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever considered doing ayahuasca?
Never in a million years, because let me tell you this.
It will make it worse?
When I was 17, I was a senior in high school. I learned about schizophrenia. And ever since then, I have always thought I'm going to have schizophrenia. Now, I am a major hypochondriac. So, but the reason it scared me is because they're like, it comes on later in life. And I was like, oh God, like, you're in your early 20s and that's when guys are getting schizophrenia. So all the way through until my 30s, I was like, okay, I might be fine now. But I do think if I did ayahuasca, it's going to unlock the schizophrenia that's inside of me. Right. And I wish that I was joking. I wish that I was trying to be funny right now, but that's 100% the truth. Like, I am so afraid.
About that too. I don't like the throwing up part, but I am very curious. But I do know a couple of people that have done it. And they've just turned into total hippies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think they were pretty sane to begin with. So I don't think that I would take the chance,
No.
And now at my age too, you know what I mean? I'm worried about the health, what if I like drop dead in front of the shaman in, Costa Rica? It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I think like, okay, you're in this room with all these people. You have your shaman there. Like, what if I start shitting on the floor? Like, what if I start shitting and masturbating at the same time? Like, I don't want that, because here's the thing. The shamans will be like, we've seen it all. I know that afterwards they're going to get with the other shamans and they're going to be like, did you see what the fuck he was doing? And it's like, I can't take that. I can't.
The craziest person to ever have been on ayahuasca. I recommend not doing it.
And probably they'll get on their fucking Reddit threads, like shamans of Reddit, and they'll be like, you won't believe the story we had today.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And I'll know it.
You'll find it, and then we're going to have to up the dosage to lethal levels. And forget it.
So it's not worth it for me.
Not worth it.
So anyways, now this week we have a very special guest. We have Matt McConkey joining us, and I'm super excited about it. Matt McConkey to me is like a legend. But I don't think, I think he's a subtle legend. I don't think he's one. I am somebody who I love when I like find music that not everybody knows. Or at least I think nobody knows.
Right.
And I feel like Matt McConkey is that. Like, he is this golden gem of a human being that maybe not everyone knows, but everyone should know.
He's indie,
He's indie. Yes.
Yeah, I get that. But he is like a little treasure. I really got such a good vibe from him.
I'm
so
obsessed.
Warm, so smart. So you don't want to miss that on Thursday. And please don't forget about Ace's birthday on Friday. If you don't follow Ace, he's over his particular hissy fit and is back on social media. So please send him a message, leave us comments, and rate and review and all those things, because
5 stars only.
5 stars only. And our YouTube too, people comment. I go and I respond on YouTube whenever I remember, which
I usually will respond on YouTube when someone says something awful, and they'll be like, I fucking hate him, and then I'll reply and say, I know he's the worst.
I know, but you should apply to the people who are nice to us, because most of it is nice.
That is true. I need to be better about that.
You have to be better about that.
All right,
okay. Well,
guys,
I love you. Thank you.
I love you.
I'm excited for your birthday. Do everything to enjoy it. Go get your dick wet.
Thank you.
And enjoy all the blessings in your life.
Special birthday sex, Oh,
yeah, you're going to get some of that for sure.
Oh, for sure. So thank you guys so much. It'll be the best 30 seconds of her life. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, go rate and review, 5 stars only. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Hurrdat. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Pat, even though you've disappeared on us and you hate us now, I guess. Thanks a lot.
He went to that wedding that we cannot discuss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
He's a superstar now.
Yeah, he does.
Superstar.
He thinks he's the shit. He thinks he's the shit.
Next thing you know, he's going to show up with a toupee. He's going to be like, I got a full head of hair. I'm like, oh, where'd that come from?
Hymns.
Yeah, he started hymns as well.
Hymns, we need you as a sponsor. Because
please.
That's right.
So, anyways, thank you guys. We'll be back on Thursday with Matt McConkey. Join us, have fun, and we'll see you then.
See you
Goodbye.
then. Bye.
Thank you, Beyoncé.
Thank you, Beyoncé. We forgot.
We almost forgot, and I would hate that. So thank you, Beyonce.
That would be very scary.
Thank you.